Hi, I'm Allie Kirkpatrick, and this is a day in my life as an independent bookstore owner and creative entrepreneur. So today was a special day. I got up kind of early because I was a little bit nervous because today, Friday morning, I'm hosting my first writer's retreat. So I got up around 6 a.m., which is a little bit late for me since usually I work before my kids get up for school. But I got up around 6 and I went into my home office and I cuddled with my dog Banjo. Here she is playing bitey face with me. She likes to cuddle with her teeth. She's a cattle dog, so she's a little bit of a frisky girl. So we cuddled and I tried to get some reading done. I wanted to read this book called Marriage at Sea. It's a nonfiction book that looks really good. But honestly, I just kind of scrolled on my phone and spent the morning drinking coffee and kind of waking up slowly. Today is the second day of my Honeycomb Credit fundraising campaign. So I'm raising investments for my Fabled Ice Cream company, which is my new brand that I'm working on that I'm launching this summer. So it was a big day. I was nervous for the writing class that I'm leading. I was nervous for my investment round that was live. So it was a good morning just to kind of slow down and get ready for the day. And here is Hildy. So Hildy is my foster dog. I always have at least one foster dog. She's super sweet. She's available through Mid-Atlantic Border Collie Rescue. So if you know anybody in the Virginia, Maryland, DC area looking for an adorable Australian Shepherd, she is available. So she's not a Border Collie, but she's through Mid-Atlantic Border Collie Rescue. So just DM me or add in the comments if you want to learn more about adopting her. She's lovely. She gets along with the kids, other dogs, cats, super sweet. So I headed in for more coffee because when you're nervous and you're having a big day, just pour some more caffeine on top of it. Why not? That's my strategy. So I got ready and I don't know how do influencers do their like get readies with me in the bathroom, like doing their hair and stuff. I'm still learning. So here's my outfit that I settled on. It's this really cute blue top from M LaFleur, which I made my last video about. And I love it because it's like put together, polished, not too formal, but like still casual, but I felt like put together. I was sort of thinking like, what would a writing teacher wear? And I don't know, this is what I landed on. So my 8-year-old took this video of me, which is really sweet. Then I made my way into the bookstore. So this is Old Town Books. It's on the corner of Prince and Royal Street in Alexandria, Virginia. And isn't it so cute? It's an 1850s building that used to be a bank. At one time it was a oyster house. It's just been a bunch of different things, but right now it's my independent bookstore. So I headed upstairs to get ready and we have like food set up, coffee. It was really important to me that people feel like welcome and taken care of when they come in because the retreat is happening during the week. So folks have had to take off work to be here. You know, it was a big investment financially for them, for their time. So I wanted to make sure that it felt special. And so I had pastries and coffee and here's the table setups and we just got ready for everyone. Here I am, I'm feeling nervous but excited. This is my first time facilitating a group creative writing class, so I was a little bit nervous, but I was ready to go. So I'm super proud of putting this retreat on because it's the kind of writing retreat I wanted to take myself and I didn't see it in my community, so I created it. And that's sort of like my philosophy about creative projects is that I want to create the things that I want to be part of. So it was really special to make this group happen where we had 18 people show up at the bookstore and write all morning, and it was a lot of like listening, support. It was like just a wonderful morning. So here I am just breaking everything down after the writing retreat was over. We wrote from 9 to 1:30, which is a big stretch of time. It was awesome, very productive. We did guided writing prompts and everyone read their work out loud, which was really awesome. So I wasn't sure if people would feel comfortable reading their work out loud, but it was really great to have everyone be game to share their work and to hear their own voices out loud and to share their own writing out loud. It was really special. Here are some of the books we read poems from. I read a few excerpts and we all responded to them free writing style, just to get words on the page and to keep the pen moving. I got a lot of writing done and it felt really good. Here is my notebook and here's one of the poems that we read. There were leftover brownies and they were so good, so I snagged one to take home. And I also brought a bunch of books home, which is an occupational hazard of being a bookstore owner, is that you're always going home with lots and lots of books, which is a good problem to have, I think. And on my way home, I grabbed a giant coffee because I have a bunch of computer work to do and I'm a little bit tired and I'm trying to take my kids to the pool after work today, so I needed that little extra energy bump. Hi, Banjo. Then I went to my desk to work a little bit and to just knock out some emails and to check on the Honeycomb Credit raise and see how things were going there and respond to some comments on the dashboard. So this video really makes me want to make over my office. It looks kind of sad and like empty. It's just like white walls and like stuff on the ground, and I haven't hung any pictures, so maybe that will be my next video, is making over my home office. After work, I took a break and decided to do some reading before my kids got home from school. So I brought home Sally Mann's new book about building a creative life. I really just love her photography and her writing, and so I'm excited to read this book. And it felt like a good fit after today, where I was trying to be in my own creative community, work on my own creative life. So it was a good book to kind of relax with. And now we just take a moment to appreciate how cute Banjo is. She's a good girl. So yeah, it was a good day. It was a big day. I'd been anticipating this writing retreat for a long time, and I'm feeling like pretty proud of myself for pulling it off. Like, it wasn't perfect, but I know I need to start doing it so I can practice and get better. I really want to be a facilitator and a creative cheerleader for people who are working on their own projects, and this felt like a really good first step to just making that space in my life and in my community. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about facilitating a creative writing meetup, or what it was like to do my first writing retreat. It was about 18 people upstairs at the bookstore, and we wrote for several hours, and I'm gonna send a survey to people to see if there was anything they'd like to change or improve. So maybe I'll make another video about that, about like iterating my creative writing workshops. But I would love to hear in the comments if you would ever want to attend one or host your own, or if you have any other questions for me about running a bookstore or trying to run a creative life, be a creative entrepreneur. I would love to hear from you. Thanks. See you next time.